when you left.
And then what was the third?
I don't know.
The third was there's somebody you hated more than
Oh,
everyone.
yeah.
Right, okay. So yeah, don't want to see
No, the first one I'll gladly talk about because I thought it was very interesting.
Most definitely.
It was like when sharks met like other sharks. I was like, and I saw you guys. You weren't there. I think it was Erwin, Nicole.
Wait, what? You said what? Sharks?
Yeah, like not sharks, but like it was just weird because you don't know. Like it was the same age kids that you've never met before that night move into your block. And I remember looking and like it was like probably probably Erwin, maybe Nicole. I don't know if you were there. Maybe there was like 3 or 4 people I remember, and I was with CJ. CJ had come over that day, and after we had done it, because he stayed over the first night we were there, just because like I felt like because that was like familiar and shit. Like I think he just kicked it with us, and like when we moved in and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I just remember it was just a real weird thing, and then I think Erwin came over and said what's up first.
Okay. What's up?
And I mean, and then after that, but I just remember
All I remember is I didn't come out of the house for like the first 4 days.
Really? You were like scared?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, what, 6 I think we moved over there?
You was a little motherfucker.
And I don't think I left the house for like almost the first week. And then I like
I guess
came out.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure when I met you guys exactly.
Probably not too long after we.
Let's take a trip down memory lane and revisit everybody's first day on the block where we came from, and we started hanging out every day, shooting breezes like we pinned on a laundry line, posted on the steps. Dave moved in first, me and Osama came next. It all seems like a dream. 20 plus years ago we met. Who would have thought that we would have a show on the internet? Who would have thought my rhyming skills would become such a threat? And who would have thought our podcast game would elevate like jets? We thank everyone who watches. You are truly all assets. Now to the show we go. Don't turn off your TV sets. And I'll be back. I'm going out to smoke a cigarette.
I don't understand, but I guess I can understand why though there's no cartoons, because no kids really care, and all they do is watch tablets.
There's so many streaming services available to them now that like they could watch probably the whole season.
Cartoons are really, I think, a thing of our generation
Kids
and the one
nowadays.
Before it.
If you're a kid nowadays, you suck. That's how I feel about you.
Well, maybe not them, but like
No,
the
them.
stations for not giving them stuff to watch.
For the parents for sucking and like not learn.
Video games
teach
took
them how to-
over, man.
Video games took over, but even when we had video games, we still love cartoons. Dude, I remember I'd wake up, play video games, flip it off.
There's no one outside because like they just go online.
But there was still just as many distractions back then.
No, but this is a way bigger distraction, man.
I don't know. I hate
Which
kids
one? What do you
now.
mean, like video games now?
Because you can stream or whatever, or not stream, but like you can play, online, whatever, but like across the world. You know?
I get that.
And kids get addicted to that, and they just play with their friends while they're at home because they're just like, well, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm gonna stay home and play this game still with my friends,
Yeah.
It's like that is the actual mind state.
But it sucks because like.
And of course
For,
it sucks.
for us, we did everything together, you know what I'm saying? So we went to go and play video games together, we go outside and play, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But
even, like, I remember when I was younger, right? Literally, I'd wake up, it'd be Saturday morning.
Man, dude.
I'd play whatever console I had at that time.
Of course.
Turn it off, and because I'd be up early like a dummy. I wanted to play the video games.
Y'all woke up so early.
No, Dave, you woke up super late.
I did.
It's a difference.
it was both because
You
Flo
guys
would
woke
not
up
let
at
us
like
sleep
7,
throughout the day.
Yeah,
Mine
man.
was like 7, in the summer.
Okay, well,
Let me
there's
tell you a resurgence of my
It was
living
like
there.
we were
I'd
equal-
wake up at 10 to like scratch my balls and take a piss or whatever, and like look outside, and you guys are already outside. Like,
I was
like, damn, it's like that.
But the thing is, that would be like
Go back to sleep for
11:30,
4
12
hours.
o'clock.
But see,
That's really late, man.
I'm not.
But the
I'm
thing
not
is,
saying that
we were on 2 different extremes, right? Like, I think you're either early riser or extremely late raiser.
That's what it was.
Is that a better way of
I
putting
don't
it?
think so.
I don't know if that's the exact term.
I get it. Though.
But basically, what I'm saying is, you woke up late as fuck, and we probably woke up pretty early.
He woke up late as fuck, for sure.
For sure.
Like, that was his thing. But we also woke up early because, listen, as I'm experiencing it again, for to the second power right now, is Flo. If she's home,
Mom's is not about that. She
powering
likes
it.
to wake you up.
Like, I was sick and I was sleeping like Tuesday. Like, I don't know. She came home at like 4, and I was asleep for like an hour and a half at that point. And she's in fucking heels and she's, I don't know why, but like stomping around. And then she comes upstairs. She's like, "Hey, you came home early? You're sick, huh? All right, well, get up. Come eat some soup." Like, I'm like, dude, I just
Get
fell
up.
asleep. I don't really want to get up, and she, But yeah, that's the problem. It's always been like early rising because somebody else in the house can't keep it down.
Yeah, but that's the thing about that is cartoons started really early anyway.
Cartoons started at like 8. Yeah.
There were some cartoons I think started at like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like they were early, and they were good cartoons early. Actually, they got worse as the day got on.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? So cartoons, you had to wake up early to see the ones you really liked. I don't really remember the lineup. I'd have to look it up, to be honest, to see what came on first. I more specifically remember how TV was when you went to bed. Because I remember Simpsons came on at 10 o'clock, and then after Simpsons came, they either had a fill-in, a show that they would put in for a certain amount of time, and then switch it out.
They do King of the Hill a lot.
Yeah, King of the Hill, and then 11 MASH. And then you were like, all right, well, I'm going to fuck to bed, because MASH is terrible.
Dude, MASH was the worst fucking sign.
You would hear, da-na-na. You'd be like, all right, I'm going to fuck to bed. You click that. But the fucked up thing is, that was back when we still had to get up to click the TV off. We had the silver twist right here.
I had a fucking TV box that was this big, and only this much of it was the screen. And I had to click it on the top.
But do you remember?
I was like, this is probably why my eyes are so fucked up now, honestly.
Damn.
No, you remember the one we had in the room we shared, right? The last room we shared was that silver one that I always had to change the antenna. Dude, every night, it was like, why does the fucking reception get so terrible every day? We would find a perfect reception for everything.
Like, goddamn you, Earth's axis.
Dude, it was like, the Earth would turn and our reception would get terrible. You're like, what the fuck kind
you
of
have to
shit
walk
is this?
with it like this.
I got really good at stripping wires and then reattaching them. Never came to fruition into stealing cars or anything like that, but I'm glad it didn't. However, I was good at doing that, and the antenna was good at fucking with me every night. I remember that. But either way, cartoons in the morning were I don't know. It's not the same, I guess. I do know that there are cartoons out there, right? Kids watch certain things. I don't know any of the I know they've got rebooted cartoons from back when we were watching them, but I don't know. The last probably cartoon I remember really caring about was probably Batman the Animated Series or something like that.
Yeah. It's funny today actually. So I was working on this file for this guy, and I had to call Screen Actors Guild, their healthcare fund. So I was trying to get the information for the guy, and he wasn't in their system under his real name. So they were like, "Yeah, we don't have that name listed, whatever." I was like, "Shit, let me figure out." So it was for the actor's part. So I googled his name, and he's like, he literally changed it from Pierre to Peter, and some other random shit with his last name. But this guy literally did, so he's 83-year-old guy, fucking, every voiceover work that you can imagine in the 90s. He did Gargoyles.
Really?
He did
Gargoyles was an ill cartoon.
He did Animaniacs.
Animaniacs, holy shit.
He did Darkwing Duck.
That, I was just going to say, it's probably...
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead, continue. I got a question after that.
He even did fucking video games, Metal Gear. He was in...
Get the fuck out of here.
He was in Assassin's Creed.
Did he sound majestic on the phone?
He must have. I don't know.
Oh,
I was
the man
his old grimy old man voice, because if he was in Assassin's Creed, that's probably what he was doing.
I would imagine. Listen, I'm not a gay man, but I would imagine that if a man that did that kind of pause, pause. But I'm saying, if I'm assuming that any man that speaks that he's able to do any voiceover has the ability to put you in a trance over the phone.
I get that.
You know what I mean? Hey man, I don't know if we can talk on the phone anymore. Just text me.
No, yeah, I get that.
Just text me. But that's really
talk
dope.
to him on the phone.
That's pretty cool that you came across that guy.
Dude,
That's awesome.
literally fucking...
Did you talk to him about it?
No, he was talking to the... Sorry, go on.
Oh, you looked at his credits?
Yeah, so we can't call the members directly, right?
Oh, so you hadn't talked to him.
So yeah, I looked it up, and I looked at, he had an IMDb page, and I was looking, and I was like, God damn, he did fucking everything. Everything.
Man, after this you might have to pull it up, because I would like to see. That's really dope. I forgot about Gargoyles.
Yeah.
Gargoyles, they had those really dark, ominous voices.
Yeah.
They must have been, I could do voiceover work. Holla at me, Hollywood. I would love to do voiceover work.
He was a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh, pain.
Because his shit,
Oh, wait. let's start the podcast really quickly. I just talked to the camera and realized we didn't even start shit yet.
This is true.
It's true. We're going though.
Yeah. I finished the story and then we'll start the podcast.
So you can't do that because now I don't even know where I was at in the story.
Alright, well, welcome the people back.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Kiona and Kasson Podcast.
Episode...
Fucking America. Episode 34.
Yo, 34 is dope. 34.
I'm your host, Adam.
I'm happy.
This is my brother, Osama.
What's up,
and
y'all?
my boy, Dave.
Hello.
And we are back, and I've
Back
been completely
like-
interrupted from a
Back
story
like
that I
cook
have
crack.
no idea what I was talking about, so I'm sorry for that.
It's all good, but it was a good story, and they've heard most of it already because we've been talking to them for quite some time.
I bet you they're looking for the ending now, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is the ending? And you can blame Osama, because you know he takes me off.
You were
track,
talking about the
every
guy,
chance
you
he
looked at
gets.
his IMDb.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Alright, we'll get to it.
You know.
Alright, but listen, well, it will probably come to you.
Also, wait, you said that he was a real pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, okay, there you go.
Got it.
There you go. So, his fucking policy went from like retirement to active to retirement to active to retirement to active about
Over
1,000
the
times.
years?
Yeah, because like he only like while he was working, you know.
Oh, so it's technically, he's not, if he's not, well, what he said, I'm done, and then, hey, come do this. Alright, fuck it, I'll come do that.
I'm sure. I don't know.
It's like
But
Matthew McConaughey, I know, man, I'm
there's
sure,
literally
I don't want to
probably
do all
like
these
300
movies.
things on his IMDb page. And I was like,
So,
he's been
why was he a
doing
pain
it.
in the ass?
Oh, because when there's all those like switches in your coverage type, it's just a lot of extra shit that you have to try.
Got it.
You know,
Oh, wait, so much more, it's like more red tape.
Yeah. So,
Gotcha.
But, okay, so I have a question, right? Do you have a favorite cartoon of all time? Or do you have a few?
Simpsons.
Oh, wow. Wow.
yeah, it
Okay.
have to be Simpsons, I think.
That's a quick
I think-
answer, and I think you have it. You probably hit it on the head. But
I think you have to take
I was-
Simpsons out of it. And go
yeah,
outside of that.
I was thinking.
because that's in the class of its own. You know?
I'm thinking
Alright, that's fair.
the cartoons I think are probably my favorite are. One of them is probably, I don't know when they started, but like 60 years ago, Tom and Jerry.
Great.
And
That's a great show.
and that was one of my favorites. And secondly is a
It was
is
racist, but it was
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
very racist.
Yeah.
But yeah.
yeah, that's true.
But go on. Go on.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, not to discredit your choice.
That is
We
true.
didn't necessarily know that back then, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot you gotta keep track of, man, because like Garfield was great.
Yeah,
I also liked.
Garfield was really dope. But no,
I also
Gar-
like Goof
shirt,
Troop.
though.
Goof
That
Troop was
shirt
one of my
was really
favorites.
Goof Troop was really great. Rock was Modern Life.
Dude.
Remember we had that shit for Sega?
Yeah, man.
That shit was dope. But I was gonna say, because I used to like Scrooge McDuck and DuckTales and all that, but my favorite is Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck was.
Better watch out, you bad boys. Darkwing Duck. Yo,
So-
man, that was one of my favorites of all time.
You know,
'Cause
back in
fucking
I agree.
Daffy
back
is-
in the day, Biker Mice from Mars
Oh,
was my shit.
I don't have anything but one of the arms from one of the Biker Mice from Mars.
Dude, that was my shit.
The one where he had the little thing and it flipped up and it shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. That's all I got. That was a good fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a
Oh!
favorite.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, that's probably my favorite when I was like growing up.
Dude, it's really hard to
It
pick
was,
one,
yeah.
actually. You know what I mean? It's like,
It is.
there's a lot.
I had almost every single set of my action figures.
Oh, there were so many that I remember having. I was actually having this conversation today at work about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and regarding the idea that how the action figure used to be back then compared to what they are now.
Yeah.
Dude, they were like actual sculpted. They wanted to
I
like.
still have mine.
I don't
I'll bring them over.
I don't
Really?
really.
Like
use
my
them.
wrestling figurines and shit too.
I don't know.
Bam
But you
Bam
still got
Bigelow
some of your
shit
stuff,
like
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like all
Yeah,
those-
the only ones I know where they're at right now is Kane and The Rock.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's the other? Do you know if there are anyone here?
They gotta be somewhere. And
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust anybody at the house. Pops throws
Dude, they
away
just get
everything.
rid of things randomly, and I'm like,
He's
"Excuse
like,
me."
no, we don't need this. Throws it in the garbage. Like, what the fuck was that? I needed those. I just bought my shoes and threw everything else out. I have one pair of shoes and you just threw it out, sir. Well, you can wear these slides.
How do you
here.
feel about that?
Like, thanks, dude. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, you gotta be careful in that house.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, you can't just leave random things laying around. Like,
I totally get that.
But we were talking about action figures. So the idea that they used to make it and take pride in it, it was like supposed to, really depict what they look like in the movie as much as possible. now it's really watered down, terrible coloring. Like, it was a really dope dark green. It's like, and I only describe it like, it was like, man, like this green actually. And I only bring it up to like, just show like how much quality was a big thing back then. And cartoons were probably a more quality product as well. You know, they knew people were watching them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Every time I think I've named my favorite, another one pops in my head. So I'm not going to try, because Family Guy is fucking great. South Park is probably one of the best cartoons of all time.
There's the ones that like were important back then. That
Ren and Stimpy.
What's Bobby's World or whatever?
Bobby's World? No, Doug.
Oh, Doug. That was one of my favorites.
Doug was dope.
Hey, King of the Hill slept on like
King of the Hill is great. It had a great, successful run on the low. Yeah. Like, it was on for like 13 years.
And now it's syndicated for like 15 years.
It's people love that show. It's great. Damn it, Bobby. propane accessories.
When I was in high school, there was a guy.
Did Mike make that show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? So that dude's just, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Dude.
Smart.
Crazy mind.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
You were going to say something about high school?
Sorry. Yeah, when I was in high school, there was this dude who, I don't know if he had like Tourette's. I think he did. But he'd be in the class just like, basically mimicking Hank Hill.
Really?
All day.
That's awesome.
And he did a really good job.
That's like, so good.
So he would talk a lot? Talking about that? Like,
just randomly.
Like out of nowhere?
Target Bobby.
What would he say?
Yeah, just shit like that, you know, like his little catchphrases. I don't do it well.
That's awesome, man. I mean, it's probably, and that's not awesome for him probably, but it was, like, I wonder if he still does it.
I have no idea. It might have been, I don't know if
that's great.
Or maybe he was just fucking with people.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Either way, fucking.
Or if that was
what
if that was his real voice?
That guy trolled all
of you. No, it wasn't.
All of you guys were like...
He trolled before trolling was even a thing. Dude.
Yeah.
Yo, trolling is terrible, man.
Got them.
Yeah. What is that?
No, like he's saying, like, got them.
Got them. Oh, got him. No, yeah, just final thoughts on cartoons, man. They're just not, like, really, you know... Yeah. It's not as valued. And I guess, I don't know, is that a bad thing? Who knows? People used to say cartoons are fucking killing your brain cells and you're watching bullshit, whatever. Kiss my ass. Like,
yeah, right.
Everybody watches something that sucks, or people say...
I certainly agree.
You know.
Yeah.
But fuck it, man. Like, what can you do about that shit?
Yeah.
But
it's just another thing that's lost in this generation, man. And there's too many things.
What would you say, like, things that we grew up with that I don't know, like, I can't say they miss out, because like, when we were kids, like, but we were in an interesting era.
They do,
we
because
were
they don't
part this and part that, you know what I mean? Like, we did analog and now we did digital.
That's the thing. The problem is their socializing is different, right? So now they'd rather socialize digitally than in person, and, you know, be outside like we were. Like, we were outside as much as we could be, pretty much.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not coming in until you tell me to come in, motherfucker. Like,
yeah, until I heard a fucking whistle from
that goddamn infamous.
I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an official.
Man, I guess like if I ever am a dad, that's my goal to have.
I can't whistle that loud, so I won't be a dad.
I'm gonna go, dude.
I'm gonna play that.
I would just go out with like bongos, like you were talking about earlier. It's just time to come home, motherfuckers.
That fucking Arab bongo.
That
that fucking Arab bongo that they have. There's just one. I don't even know like.
I don't know what it's called, but
it's everywhere.
It's a really dope fucking drum.
Yeah.
I always wish I would have played the drums.
Me too.
That was a goal.
I do.
He does.
Did you learn it? Did you learn it later on?
No, pretty early.
Like, how early did you play the drums?
Like 7 or 8.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I really didn't know that. Drums would have been a cool thing. Guitar. I think guitar would have been a pretty cool instrument to learn.
It is. Yeah.
You know, there's so much feeling in the guitar.
So guitar is the easiest to master, but the hardest to learn. Bass is the easiest to learn, but the hardest to master.
Huh. I think I want to like learn to play the guitar, to be honest with you. I think I could do well and maybe possibly become a successful guitarist.
It's interesting how that works.
That escalated quickly.
Sure.
Whatever the fuck you say, dude.
No, but honestly, like, I've never, and I'm not, like, proud of this, but, like, you know, I play guitar a bit, but I don't know how to play chords or how to read music, as far as guitar goes. Or if anything, I guess. I always just kind of just...
That's funny how you got to that.
I'm just self-taught.
I know a few people that do that as well. Like, not necessarily, like, go off cuff, like, you know what I mean? But, like, can just learn to play it by ear. Like, they didn't know how to read music. And I mean, reading music is kind of difficult.
It is.
I've taken a couple music classes, and I do not know how to read music. I know how to identify notes.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the fuck, how that correlates to how I'm supposed to sing. Like, why does this...
Like writing a composition yourself.
Like, I don't sing in this...
Writing it out.
I don't sing this little winged... like, note you've created for me to put on this line of shit. Like, why does it matter if it's up here? I know that's high. But, like, how high? You don't know my voice, motherfucker?
The only problem is, say you're just bullshitting and you fucking fuck around and come up with some, like, dope-ass shit.
That's another...
And then you're like, well, which chord exactly did I play? Like,
that's another shit, like... How does this do any... What is this? I don't know what this
I have
does.
no idea what it is.
Like,
either,
I'm twiddling my fingers and rubbing the chords at the same time.
Rubbing.
Twiddling and rubbing at the same time.
Fucking caressing the shit out of this.
So, those are strings, and that's the neck of the guitar.
Well, you're still stroking it.
And the strings go from...
You're stroking the neck of the guitar.
Yeah, you are. So, strings go from, like, the lowest sound to the highest, basically.
Okay.
I'd rather just slap in the bass.
So like guitars are soloing.
What are you doing,
it's like really high pitched, like, you know, they're doing like the face and shit.
Yeah.
They're like down here because that's like a high pitch. The note gets higher as you go down the neck.
I really just that makes sense. I figured it was like some way to do that. I thought it was actually the opposite. To be honest, I don't know why, but that makes sense because they're always like.
Well, that would make sense, I guess. Yeah. From low to high. You know?
Well, right, but I mean, it just depends where you start low and where you start high, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you start low and you end up real high.
That was great. Very great addition.
Hey, real fast. Opposite shout out to Glenn.
Opposite shout out to Glenn. Opposite shout out to Glenn.
Because realistically, I mean, like, I still ain't heard shit from Glenn, you know?
Oh, wait, I did, though. Talk to him tonight.
Tonight?
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's when I was doing, so I was coming here just like, oh, okay, cool. And that was it.
Dude's, whatever.
About to fuck Glenn up.
But back to the guitar.
Yeah, okay, maybe we should. Hold on. Just so you know, we're gonna edit that up a little bit. Just edit
I probably won't, to be honest.
Dave's just gonna put his hand up in the middle of.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Adam's gonna be fast forwarding. Dave's gonna be like,
it's like, yeah, whatever.
I don't know what that was about.
It's fucking 11, man. That's all.
Like, I'll be honest, usually if we don't take a break, for the most part, I don't cut anything out. I cut out the beginning part, and then the ending after we say goodbye. That's about
it.
Really?
Unless we talked about something that specifically, like, hey, you know, maybe we should crop this the fuck out of here.
Man, I feel like I said some dirty shit.
No,
I'm just joking.
I don't think so. You know, opposite shout out to Glenn remains. So
for sure. But no, I had a thought about the guitar. And I do not. Oh, how the fuck does that correlate?
Dirty shit.
How the fuck does that correlate to music? And I don't want to get into this because there's no way we're gonna understand it. But my point is, I don't know what the note means when I put it to the guitar or my voice or like anything. Yeah. Like, what is this gibberish on this page?
It's very hard to sing and play the instrument at the same time. Because you're doing two things at the same time.
Yeah, how the fuck do you do that? Like, that's a whole other level of superstar.
I play drums and sing, and I think that I personally think that's easier than playing guitar.
Really?
And playing bass.
But then the drums, you gotta be like all over the place, man.
Well,
like,
keyboards probably has the easiest, but I don't want to say that's the easiest because that's a really hard job.
Aren't the keyboardists usually the guy that goes bep 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 bep?
Like, sure. But
in the 1980s, yes, that's what happened.
Crazy keyboardists out there.
I mean, I'm sure they play, but I mean,
singing though. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But see, that's why I'm talking about, like my girl Alicia Keys, right? You know, that grand piano and singing at the same time. That's hard.
No, she's a beast.
So hard.
Yeah. She's a beast. But like,
play two pianos at once. I saw.
I don't know. It just to me like
That's true. I saw it. It's real. I ain't lying.
What's in the Wedding Singer when he's like when his like not when Adam Sandler's singing, but his boy George.
Oh yeah.
He's like. Do you really want to hurt me?
Oh yeah.
And wasn't he playing the piano?
Yeah.
And then but that was the only song he would play, remember? So so it ended, and then they just looked at each other, and then he was like, okay, he shrugged again, and he just 1, 2, 3. He's like, do you really want to? And then from the Wedding Singer, and everybody just looked at him like, what the fuck? I think it's because he never had any other songs.
That was the only song that was...
That's a really good movie,
You
man.
perfected just one song.
That's it.
Adam Sandler's got some really good movies back then.
His Boy George.
Boy George.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny, man.
Yeah. It was a great movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Billy Idol at the end.
Billy Idol at the end was classic.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man, I think you really got something there. He's like, and that's probably a terrible British accent, but I don't really give a fuck. And he's like, hey dude, that's cool, but let me kiss this girl already? Get the fuck out of my face.
Oh yeah, you got
London man. Oh, you sound like you're from London. I am from London. Name that movie.
Yeah. Getting some
Yeah. He was like, oh man, but I'm bleeding profusely. Can you get somebody, motherfucker? Shit. That was hilarious.
Dude, the opening scene. That's the most awkward scene ever, man.
Oh, dude, I don't like that scene.
Put a towel on. No.
Well, no, I'm saying though, like put yourself in that situation though.
Listen.
That's just.
That's not.
I always do that when I'm watching it.
There's just too much dick in the
Just
opening
like
scene for me.
in that opening
You know what I
scene,
mean?
put yourself in his shoes.
Oh, it's a really fucked up
Movie
situation.
out, and then she's breaking up with you.
Dude,
Just
he
like,
crouched over.
right.
He like crouched and kneeled and was like crying and like with his back to her. That's a weird thought.
That's too much male frontal nudity for me. You know?
Yeah, dude, he showed his dick a lot in that fucking movie.
No, you're right about that actually.
But it's a great movie.
Not that I want to see that.
No.
Other than his dick
just
everywhere,
think the
it's a
whole
good movie.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. That fucking opening scene is just real fucked up. I probably would have kicked her out the window.
Most awkward movie of all time goes to Meet the Parents.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't watch that movie.
It does make me mad.
I'm like, dudes, just leave that fucking house.
Yeah.
There's other women.
Leave all of them.
I don't. Yeah, like why are you allowing Robert De Niro to give you a lie detector
You know what I'm
test?
saying? Yeah, right.
Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I don't love your daughter that damn much.
It shows it shows Robert De Niro trying to give him like a lie detector test, and like the next scene is him driving away. Sam's just like, fuck all that.
Dude, I'm gonna do donuts in the yard. Like, fuck out of here. Like, you're gonna try to
He
put
steals Jinx the cat or whatever.
Jinx, we gone, dog. Jinxie, you gonna piss in my toilet now, motherfucker. You a cool ass cat. It's a crazy motherfucker. Dude, there's no way.
Asshole too, actually.
The cat wasn't dead, but I think it's because he probably had a lie detector test put on him and shit. No, like, there's no way I'm allowing that to happen. Like, I don't know, man. Meeting a father-in-law would be like that.
No way.
Dude, impossible for me to deal with. I can't deal with a lot of shit that pisses me off at once. Like, in that movie, an hour and a half of everything that happened to that guy, they lost his luggage.
It was funny because
that was actually so funny though.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty fucked up.
That's so true. They gave him the wrong luggage.
He sent the fucking what did he make? Owen Wilson. What did he make in that movie?
Oh yeah, the altar.
Yeah, the altar or whatever. He fucking lit it on fire and remember it started. He's like, you put so much goddamn lacquer on that shit.
He tried to play it.
Dude, there's no way I'm fucking staying around. After I lose my luggage, I'm like, I'm gonna go home. I don't got any clothes, man. Like, this is some bullshit. And I gotta wear your little brother's clothes.
In your eyes, does Ben Stiller get a Lifetime Appreciation Award for his acting?
Ben Stiller definitely gets recognition.
Or I guess, like, career
He
appreciation.
hasn't done much lately, though, man. Like, he's kind of, like, slowed down in the last few years, hasn't he? What movie has he been in?
I don't remember what the last thing was.
Last one... He's been like featured and stuff, you know.
Didn't they make a new?
He had like a couple.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Dodgeball.
It's a great fucking movie.
Whenever I'm at Planet Fitness, I think I'm at Globo Gym.
I hate Planet Fitness.
Oh, I'm leaving there actually. I'm going to LA Fitness.
It's a disgusting.
LA Fitness is 2 blocks away from me.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna jog every day.
Planet
LA Fitness is expensive, isn't it? Oh no, Lifetime is expensive.
Lifetime
Planet
Fitness,
Fitness.
yeah.
But that place
No.
is dope though. They got so much like incentive.
And how much is Planet Fitness?
So I'm signing up for 100 and then it's 30 a month.
No, Planet Fitness?
Oh, excuse me. No. Planet Fitness was I signed up for like 10. I'm paying. Wait, I signed up for like 30. I'm paying 10 a month.
I guess. That's in the pinch, right? But like they don't like I tried to walk in there, like I had a gallon of water with me. And I was just trying to walk
You
in
told me
there.
about this actually.
Yeah.
I think,
They didn't let me get in the fucking gym. Like, they did. I was like, listen, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna go work out. He's like, well, you can't bring that in next time. I was like, what the fuck? They were like, it's intimidating. I was like, to who? It's a fucking gallon of water.
What does that mean?
That whole 1 pound you're lifting everywhere you go.
Like, I was like, it's intimidating. Listen, this no lunk zone is bullshit. Like, a lunk is like, I don't know what a lunk is, but apparently it's somebody who likes fitness and does it more than the people who go to Planet Fitness.
I thought that was like a person that like does like big protein noises. And stuff.
Yeah, but I think like I guess, but like why wouldn't they let me have my gallon of water? It's like lunk.
Yeah,
It's lunkish.
No.
Fuck is a lunk?
Oh wait, that was a reason that they gave you? Like
They said it's intimidating.
Oh.
oh yeah, okay. I thought they said like lunkish.
No, but like I'm
Oh,
assuming
so they said that
luggage?
shit?
Like,
Like,
smack a
what
motherfucker with
Yeah.
that.
I would have left right there. Like, cancel me.
I was
okay?
pretty angry that day, but like I only went in with one of the guys from work. Like he could bring a guest and shit.
Yeah.
So I went in with him, but like other than that, like I was like, nah, I'm good.
That place is quite lame.
It's terrible.
But yo, I got a swimming
Sounds
pool
like
at this
it.
place. I got a basketball.
LA Fitness.
Yeah, man.
I've never been inside of LA Fitness.
I'm about to be shooting. I'm not playing no games yet. I'm just shooting and running.
Yeah.
Dude, there's no way I can get on a court and play a game anytime soon.
Hell
I
no.
need to get.
But that's why I can't go to a court where there's other people. I have to have my own court to go
Very
and fuck
true.
around with because otherwise I'm gonna end up in a game with 32.
Yeah, it's very
I'm gonna end up in a
easy.
game with 3-on-3, and then it's gonna be a 5-on-5,
I'm sorry.
and then I'm not gonna go home for 8 hours, and I'm gonna break my fucking ankle. You
Your
know,
knees
that's
are
what's
gonna
happen.
kill you. Your knees are gonna hurt. Like that's what. Like after basketball nowadays, my knees hurt, my back hurts,
Yeah.
my stomach aches. I'm
My
like,
back hurts.
I'm fucking dying, man. Like what
It
happened
says
to
in
me?
the backyard of me.
I'm dehydrated. Like I drank mad water, but like I'm just fucking sitting here sweating my ass off.
There's
dying.
no way to not end up fucking cramping halfway through.
And I don't like sounding as old as I sound, but like, yo, I'll be 34 this year, and I haven't really played ball consistently for a while now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like a
It's
few years,
quite upsetting to be
a
honest.
couple years at least.
No, I think spring last year I was playing.
I played a little bit last year
So right
for a
about this
while.
time last year I stopped.
I played for like 4 months last year.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta get back to it. I'm tired of not, like, that was such a big part of life for a long time.
Yeah, basketball was big, man. Sports in general were like a huge part of life back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
and like we played everything, dude. Literally everything
So
and
I'd be like,
everything.
fuck these kids.
We played everything.
Dude, we would start like, all right, basketball, baseball, football. We would run around playing fucking cops and robbers, which was the dopest of games because it was like that Ali Oxenfree type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody just fucking goes. You're like, all right, I'm gonna, like, they can't tag us all, goddammit. Somebody's gonna get this fucking Porsche. And then you'd like, somebody would try to slide and be like, no, you ain't even make it, dog. Like, you did, I touched you for, and then you'd fight. Then there was no point to even play the game because everybody just argues, and then by the time you're done, everybody goes home mad at each other.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we didn't even finish the game. No, and then the problem was some people would be still out there.
We just chilled at Alex's Porsche.
Yeah.
We switch porches quite often, though.
We would wait. People wouldn't. We wouldn't even tell people that we were done playing. You just wander over like, dude,
So
we're
it was
done. What the
Alex-
fuck? You ain't telling me?
Alex, Eric, your Porsche, and then James, Rich and James.
Yeah, those were some fun times.
Those are the hangouts.
But I do miss playing sports every day, man.
And then like my house, I guess, like inside.
Yeah.
yes.
And
We
inside
really
Glenn's
think
house back
Glenn's
when
too next to the AC.
WCW
It'd be like right here.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Back when his dad would be like, Glenn!
Oh
yeah.
man, we gotta leave and shit.
Like, dude, we're going out. We're going outside to play fucking
Like,
sports.
Glenn, why did you not fucking tell your dad we're coming here?
We would leave Glenn's crib in like in a bunch of people, just like, all right, now let's go play some sports or some shit.
There'd literally be like 8 of us walking out of there.
Yeah, right.
No, but like the
So
idea that
true.
the idea to grow up playing sports like as much as you did, like, but it's cool because sports is like it was so minimal. Like as long as you had like you know, a ball or a hoop or something like that. Like, that's why basketball is so dope.
We always had the people.
Yeah.
Like, that was never a problem. So we always had plenty of people to get a game going.
That's why I always thought basketball was, like, the greatest sport, man. As long as you had a hoop and a ball, and the hoops are everywhere, you just needed a ball. Yeah. You know, and back in the day, I remember we had a crate we would play on, like, in, like, shit. Before we moved to Kasson, like, there was a light pole behind the house. We set up a fucking crate on that shit and we used to play.
Straight up children of immigrants. You know?
And then we had I remember we had one of those old, because they used to have those rubber basketballs they get with from Pizza Hut. You remember
those ones that fucking made that ugly ass bouncing noise?
Dude, they would bounce to fucking like the roof. You would be lucky if you got it back after the first bounce. You'd be like, shit. Just sitting there just waiting for it to fall back. But they were the hardest fucking rubber balls of all time. You know what I mean? Pause. Yeah. And
true.
And
true.
And like I remember we playing with that. Like it was a black basketball with Sprite on it and shit. Like I don't know, man. Certain shit like that I always remember. Yeah.
For sure. I mean, we were up and down all the alleys. Playing basketball and whoever's hoop was out there.
Hell yeah, wherever you could play ball, man. Yeah. Like it's funny, like if you have
until they fucking broke down Alex's rim.
Yeah, that's a cautionary tale.
Man. That shit. You could put that in a rap somewhere in one of these episodes. You know.
That's a cautionary tale. Don't have a rim in the alley. Kids will fuck it up.
Dude, they took the net.
They just ripped the shit off, man.
Yeah. They took the whole fucking thing.
Cocksuckers, man. That was a good rim.
Yeah.
Man, we played so many games, dude.
So many games on that rim.
It's a good thing he had a chain on that net. We had a chain on the net in the back.
We done took a long trip down memory lane this episode.
This is true. We haven't really talked about anything. Is there anything important that we should talk about? Or did anything even happen that really matters? Or should we just, talk
I saw that Jussie's got a potential 64 years.
Oh, yeah, Jussie's. He's pleading not guilty, he said. But I was like,
dude, but
you're pretty guilty, I'm sure.
Dude, I don't get. He was guilty already. He said he's sorry.
Guilty, man.
How do you plead not guilty when you're guilty? You know?
I don't understand what's going on here.
You fucking planned an attack on yourself, and then you lied about it.
This is another one of those occasions.
And then you got fired, and then backfired completely.
And
then you got arrested and charged.
This
and now you're
case backfired like 2 days later. No, the next day.
Yeah.
This case is filled with things that you can't do in a normal life.
You cannot.
Right? Firstly, you can't try to renegotiate by saying
people to fuck you up.
Yeah, that's not a renegotiation tactic. You're not well, look at this video.
You should give me more money.
Look what happened. Why do you still have the noose on you? For emphasis, listen. Dude. It's the fucking listen, Jussie. Your name's stupid.
Minutes, and he still had it on. Some people said he went home and then came back to the spot and he still had it on.
Because they didn't get to him yet.
Because he was like, oh, I wanted them to see me this way.
Listen, if I was one of those execs, I'd be like, listen, Jussie, first of all, your name's fucking stupid. Spell it right. Secondly, we literally watched you on tape, walk back and forth waiting for these guys to come. You put the noose on your neck. Listen, Jussie.
I get that.
Stop. But then, right, because that's not something I can do at work. I can't be disappointed with my fucking pay and well, listen, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
If you don't fucking, I'm going to kidnap and kill myself.
Yeah.
That's impossible. You can't kidnap yourself. You're here.
And you can't kill yourself. It's not going to help you get a raise.
Yeah, that's then we don't have to pay you. Fucking, all right. Anyway, the next thing is.
All right.
Whatever. The next thing is, right, you can't plead guilt. You can't say I'm, apologize for doing something and then just say I'm not guilty for it. That doesn't work. You can't apologize for doing something that you say you're not guilty of.
Yeah, you can't say, hey, I'm guilty, and then be like, nah.
No, I'm not guilty.
I'm not guilty.
I was just bullshit.
Oh, you're taking this to court? Oh, no, I'm not guilty.
I'm definitely not guilty.
Oh, you want to charge me? Oh, no.
You know my name. You see how it's spelled? I can't go to court. They will eat me alive.
So that happened.
Yeah. So Jussie happened. God knows what the fuck's going on with R. Kelly, but I do know the guy who interrupted the interview with R. Kelly's publicist. He has a new page, and he's been more exposed into the world now. Mr. Fuck You Talking About Fam.
Yeah, Fuck You Talking About Fam has got a little bit of a following now, man.
He does.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
He explained the story.
People in one day.
He explained a little bit more about the story, which I thought was pretty hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah.
He shed some light on the context, but so basically he went to go renew his ID so that he can get his student loan reimbursement, whatever, I don't know if it was a student loan reimbursement or whatever it was. But anyway, the place was, I guess, I don't know, down the street in the same building somewhere. I'm not 100% sure.
And if you know anything about the county building, it's not the best. I think any county building really can be said. This is probably what you could say about any county building, really. Maybe not in rich counties, but like Cook County, it's gonna be a terrible place.
Yeah, well, not only that, but like, so yeah, you got this high-profile case going on there, and they don't give a fuck about all the other people who have some shit to deal with.
Hell yeah, reporters be packing.
So they're all up in their way, and this guy's literally just trying to make it. He's trying to make it to go to this office before it closes. It's 5 o'clock when it closes, and 4:40 at the time, right? So you got 20 minutes to make it there, and that's assuming he's the only one in line.
Right, I gotta get there.
That's So I was like, all right, I understand. I would have pushed through too. Like, excuse me, I got to go.
He's like, I can go this way. Fuck you talking about, fam? He was so mad. Like,
he was so mad.
He seems like such a like an easygoing guy too.
True.
Yeah. Like,
so he was like
up to that point. He was like, excuse me. Like, he was actually telling me, like, excuse me, like, I'm trying to get where I'm going.
It's funny how things can put you in a mood like that. Like I being hangry for me is a thing.
Yeah.
But he walked past and said, "Fuck you talking about?"
Yeah, like
to the publicist who's
doing with cameras,
like he could have walked anywhere else.
He literally treated him in front of everybody.
It was almost as if there was no cameras there, and he just was talking to dude. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, I'm trying to go this way.
That was it. But like in front of everybody, like without any regard. Like he's like, "Nah, fuck you talking about, fam." With such angst in his voice.
Right.
You know?
I love it, man. I love it.
But who knows? Maybe he hadn't eaten, right? Maybe I don't know. Maybe he had a stomach ache. There's so many things that can put you in a mood. But for me, it's being
for him, it was probably just being in a rush,
But also knowing that, like, I don't know. You don't know what kind of day he had before that, man. Yeah, he seemed fairly nice in the beginning. Like he was like, "Hey, man, I don't mean to interrupt your interview. Free R. Kelly."
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Actually, I don't really agree with that at all.
No, not at all.
No. Yeah, absolutely. Opposite shout out to R. Kelly as well.
Yeah, fucking opposite shout out to R. Kelly.
Hard ass.
It's like, fuck you talking about, fam.
But he was very cordial walking by. He's like, excuse me. Like, hey, I don't mean to interrupt you. I mean, given it was still like right in front of the interview.
But I mean, I don't know if there's.
I mean, y'all are people's way.
The thing about it is we don't know in a wider view of the camera. Like, how was it look? How did it look? Did he have to go through them, or could he have went around?
See, I feel like he had to go through
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of that one. Yeah. Like, there's no reason to walk through people if you don't have to walk through people.
Exactly. There's people everywhere.
Exactly.
Like, dude was like,
either way, he is excusing himself.
Yeah.
And these people need to understand that you're in people's way.
Yeah. Dude was like, you gotta go that way. He's like, nah, I'm gonna go this way. Fuck you talking about?
Right.
Like, if they're recording on the street, people are walking past them. You know what I'm saying? So,
we call them goof ass.
Goof ass. That was my favorite
goof
part.
Ass.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah.
But no,
we talked about it enough last week.
Hold up though. On his Instagram page, he's got this video where it's like this cat is just riding on him.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It is like, excuse me, pause. But it's just he's like just giving it to him. Pause. He's just like joking around and stuff,
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
He seems like I bet you his following gets up there. I see I saw you jumping up there pretty quickly.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think so for sure.
Yeah.
See, I mean, what else happened that was significant that we should talk about?
I don't know. Nothing really crazy. I think.
I don't think so either.
It's funny. I just saw something today.
I stopped writing shit down. So
I saw something today that said what's his name? Kevin Durant, because he has burner accounts on Instagram and shit, and he was saying that
he still has those after Twitter.
Yeah, because his explanation is he tries to live a somewhat normal life, like out in public, I guess, without people knowing it. So I guess to have a burner account as a person that's such a high profile would allow you to like. You can like certain things. You can because if you see Kevin Durant likes you'd be like, or is it it's Easy Money Sniper on IG. If you saw that, you'd be like, oh shit, Kevin Durant liked my shit. That's fucking great.
But literally, Instagram is posting pictures like, aren't you eventually going to give it away that, hey, this is Kevin Durant? Or are you literally just going there to like things? Because I don't need to like things. I can surf. He has an Instagram account already. Just surf. What do you need another account for?
Maybe he can, I don't know, maybe just to be able to, maybe comment.
Content.
You can comment. You know? Because the thing is, he's been getting a lot of scrutiny because of the fact that he's so defensive on social media about the things that people say. So I think his idea is to more than likely just be able to, you know, comment or just, you know, like or peruse or whatever it is, you know, friend people without having the risk of them knowing that it's him. You know, although I think they found out that it's been him sometimes, so I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you know that it's me when it's not me?
Right.
Maybe it matches up to an IP address or something. Of another
Who the
account.
fuck are these people that do this?
Man, some crazy ass shit.
IP address? Well, how'd you know that shit? Do you do that shit?
You might.
I took a class.
Adam be like, what is it?
You know?
Legal class?
No, just a computer, like, you know.
What's it like? What is it? Enhance. Enhance.
Just print the name. Dude, so Kevin Durant's a good segue to something that actually I do remember. Russell Westbrook.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
that's
that
crazy.
whole altercation?
By all means, he was in the right.
Oh, with the kid.
No, he was in Utah talking to us, a dude and a lady in the stands.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, no, he said, I will fuck you up. I am serious. Like, I guess the guy said, get down on your knees or some shit like you used to or whatever. And he took that 100% as offense like he should have. And he said that, you know, then he was snappy. He's like, I ain't playing. He's like, on everything I love, I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up. And he was with his wife. He's like, you and your wife.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I'll be like, I'll fuck both of you up. Like, I'm glad he had the restraint to not do anything.
Yeah.
Because you saw the anger in him. That's
and the
fucked
guy's
up.
like, oh yeah, no, like I didn't mean anything crazy by it. Like I'm just literally here. Like he should be more professional. Like there's no reason he should have responded that way.
What happened to the guy?
He got banned for life from
Okay.
Jazz games.
I heard about this.
Yeah. And
the organization spoke up the next day and they banned him for life.
Good, man. Fuck
And
that guy.
it wasn't just Jazz games, but it was all events at Utah's.
That's dope. He should be banned from all basketball, NBA events in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
That should be the step. Adam Silver should be like that. Those type of fans are not welcome.
Yeah.
You know
why go that far?
Like you're not here to antagonize the players. You know.
if this is what you want to come to the games for,
like,
you know what I mean?
Right.
What's
Especially in that way, like.
You buy a ticket to do what? To fucking literally try to like.
My man probably got overserved.
Berate somebody about, dude. That's like overstepping your boundaries and shit.
Yeah.
So like honestly, if Adam Silver should make a statement saying, you know, these type of fans are not welcome, and if that's what you want to be, then we will toss you and you'll be banned. You know, I mean, there should be a ban on that because the majority of NBA fans are great fans, I think. So like, you only get these few and far between dick faces. Like the lady
you show up in the game one time, like ever. And
yeah, the lady. Remember the lady in Miami with Joakim Noah?
Yeah.
Wasn't she like, she was like this or some shit like that, or I forget what it was. He had some restraint. I'd have been like, I'd have pulled her fucking arms and had her drop.
Well, you better watch out. Ron Artest done ran into the stands. You can get
Yo,
it too.
I saw something that said who did you? One of you guys say it? Like it was better. It was a good thing that it wasn't Ron Artest.
No,
I saw something that like. It was like, you better be happy that wasn't Ron Artest. He'd have came in there.
Or the Trust Sprewell.
The Trust Sprewell would have choked everybody on the way up. People like,
Yeah, man.
That's like, who did it? I don't give a fuck. You're all gonna get choked. Rod Strickland. Dude. Jermaine O'Neal would have came in there. Crazy shit.
Fucking Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller was spicy in a motherfucker, man.
I mean, he's such a little...
One of my least favorite players of all time.
He's one of your least favorite players.
Reggie Miller and John Starks.
Oh fuck, John Starks, man, huh?
Yeah.
And Reggie Miller.
He's one of your least favorite players.
Yeah, man.
Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, likewise.
Huh? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man. They almost eliminated us in '97.
Him and John Starks.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Starks can fucking suck a fat one.
No, but any of the Knicks from back then. Anyway.
No, for sure, not at all. Except Charles Oakley. Except
okay.
Just Oakley.
You say New York before you say that because it sounds like something else.
No, I prefer nobody on that team, but Charles Oakley, man.
Oh yeah.
But
Charles Oakley was the shit, man.
I remember vividly, like Reggie Miller almost eliminated us. It was in 1997, the conference finals, Game 7, last few seconds. He almost eliminated us from and we almost didn't go to the finals that year.
I never fucked with the Pacers ever.
That we went it went down to the last few seconds of that game.
A few players.
Yeah, like Paul George, I like.
Well, I mean from like back in the day though.
Oh, from back in the day, like
Smaller.
Yeah, I mean Chris Mullin. I guess you gotta respect him, but like I don't give a fuck.
Christian Laettner.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I just don't care for anybody.
Players.
I don't care about the Pacers or the Knicks from back then. Like anybody else really wasn't. I didn't really care too much. Like whatever, we're gonna probably beat them. But those two teams, because Indiana was right there, and the Knicks, there was such a fierce rivalry.
Allen Houston.
Dude. But like back then, you had John Starks. You have
yeah, who's their shooting?
Patrick Ewing. They had
Who was their shooting guard?
like Anthony.
John Starks from the point. Who was their shooting guard? I feel like it was somebody big. We should know the name.
I don't know, but they had Anthony Mason back then.
Yes, they did. Damn, it's a squad though.
Dude, they had a squad.
Yeah.
They were tough back then.
Was
Was big boy.
forward?
Back then was big boy basketball. Like
Was Charles Oakley the power forward?
yeah, I believe so.
That's wild, man. That's a whip.
That's a big dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
No,
front court is huge.
Yes.
No, there was some fierce rivalries that went on in that era.
Yeah.
The Bulls and the Knicks, the Bulls and the Pacers.
You have to credit Phil Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like he's like
that guy's a
mastermind. Yeah. Unfortunately, it seems to be that he lost a lot of it, but you know.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, he's not a coach anymore. He's an owner now. It's different.
Which is fine.
He has different interests in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Dude, how many championships does Phil Jackson have? Or rings, rather. Excuse me.
He has 11 as a coach and
so
2 as a player, I think.
That's
one as a player.
I thought it was 2 as a player. One?
Yeah, it's 1 as a player. So he's got 12
rings. You got more rings than you have fingers. You got some on your big toe and shit. Like.
I saw some of the picture of Alex Rodriguez proposing to J-Lo, and they were like, because he had his championship ring on and it's massive. They were like, one of the most like, I forget what the term they used was, but like the most baller like things you can do is propose to you, or the most baller thing ever is Alex Rodriguez proposing to Jennifer Lopez with a big ass rock, right, to propose with while he's wearing his championship ring on his finger, and it's like he's got this. You can see that fucking huge rock right here. He's giving. It's like, motherfucker, that's an epic life. And then Jose Canseco is trying to like say that no, he's cheating on her. Like what the fuck, Jose Canseco, go home, you're drunk.
He has been relevant for like 10 years.
Dude, only through snitching lately. That's the only time he's been.
Dude, when you're like when that's the only time we hear from you, there's no way we can believe you.
No.
Like, and if she believes it, then that's fucked up because Jose Canseco does not seem like a very credible.
Although I
wouldn't
wouldn't necessarily
if he's like a big name. If he walked into a bar, people are like buying him drinks and shit. Like, oh, it's Jose Canseco. You know?
Probably not. No.
I would probably believe it.
I don't think anybody would recognize him. Like,
I wouldn't believe it.
Like, no one's gonna be Sammy Sosa.
I'd be like, you're not fucking.
You're not even the same person.
Yeah, but like Sammy Sosa was not white. Okay. I know that for a fact. That's Sammy Sosa. He loved this country.
he was Dominican.
Yeah, I believe so.
He used to be Dominican at some point.
Yeah.
All I know is he used to love his country. He'd run around with the flag real quick. You know, he'd do
No, of course.
I don't know. I forgot what it is. A whole bunch of like gang signs, and he kisses his lips and he throws it up in the air.
Signs.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. It's possible that he is cheating on her. It could happen. To me, that's a Hollywood relationship, and that always happens in Hollywood.
That quickly? I don't know about that. I don't think you get that bored. You get bored of J-Lo that quickly?
She's J-Lo, but he's still A-Rod. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, A-Rod. That is a true statement. Like,
he's still A-Rod.
She is J-Lo, but he's A-Rod. You know.
I mean, he had a pretty successful career, I would say. So
we did that Hollywood tour when we were in LA a few years back, me and Vivi, and then we drove past his house. It was like a dope little 3-story. Something or another, like crazy future.
I don't even need 3 stories, man. Just give me one big story.
No, I'd like 3 stories because on the ground floor I'd like my garage and a full basketball court, right? And then on the second floor I'd like probably the kitchen, bathroom, one bed, like most of the shit, and then the top floor I want my master bed.
So I've been playing NBA 2K a lot lately, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing a My Player thing. And I told Pops the other day, I was like, yo, realistically, if I had a pot of land, I would buy a fucking big enough space to put a full court in, and like a little extra big so I could have a kitchen, a fucking bathroom, a bedroom, and just live on the court. I would do that.
Dude,
I have no fucking reason why I wouldn't. That's how they live, and I was like, that's just dope. They even have it upstairs. Like,
dude, there's like cool dream homes that people make now, catered to like your hobbies.
I don't want to have a court in my house. I want my house to be the court.
You want your house to be in the court?
To be the court.
Oh,
well, off the side of the court.
Dude, that's not always the best idea. I went to the gym and I had to like deal with people's like floor mats and shit. Like,
well, it's gonna be mine. It's not like other people gonna be able to go in there.
That's true. That's true. Unless you
have.
Actually, that's not true. That's not true, actually, because I'll be over there.
Well, that's fine.
I'd be like, did you leave the mats out? Yes, I left the mats out.
I'm going to put up like a
now
curtain
deal with
between
them,
the
dick.
curtain. Where my room was at.
The curtain,
listen, you're just going through that entrance, and I'm just going to be back here.
You can only be in there.
Yeah, that's wild, yo. I'm trying to ball there.
Telling you, I'm trying to ball there.
Hell yeah, I'm trying to get in there.
Hey, and then the funny thing is, I started looking.
Turn that into an Airbnb.
Nah, hell no. People are gonna fuck up my court, man.
And then only cater to old, like, or not old, but like basketball stars.
Have you done Airbnb?
Yeah.
Airbnb is cool. I done it only once, and that was when we went to LA, actually.
I did it in Puerto Rico.
I did it in Phoenix.
Yeah, I had a pretty decent
Puerto
experience.
Rico. Yeah.
You know, it wasn't too bad, but you know, when we start talking about Airbnb, you can tell we have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I mean it gets there.
That's where you come in.
It gets there.
You're the host.
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about what I had written down for the most part, right? We don't want to go into the other stuff that I wrote down on there.
Right.
Yeah, where we at?
The
Where
other
we running
case
at?
related thing. We're only about 50 minutes, I think, right now.
Okay, when we start 9:30.
No, 50 minutes, not 60 minutes. You know,
I know. I thought we started like
60 minutes is
9:30.
a whole hour.
Okay, well we got a little bit of time. That's cool. So all right. Well, let's see. I have a question because I don't know. I always think about his movies all the time, and like, not necessarily what your favorite Adam Sandler movie is, but what is like your favorite Adam Sandler character? Like, of all of them, like they're fairly similar. Like they're like half not so smart dudes, right? Like, but like charismatic and somehow gets the girl, right? But either way,
it's always about
somehow.
I'm gonna say
Because would you, before you answer, would you say that that you can pick a favorite character without picking that movie, right?
Right.
Okay, I just was wondering if that made sense.
His character in Big Daddy or
Sandy Koufax.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
His name's Sandy Koufax, and isn't there a pitcher named Sandy Koufax?
He's a baseball player, yeah.
Is it a pitcher?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure.
It's fucking hilarious. Whatever. Either way, but that's a good character. But I probably
Mr. Deeds too.
I gotta say probably what's his name from Happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Happy.
Happy is so fucking funny to me, man. I think we did this last time, but it's like I wanna kiss you all over. She was like, she just dipped. She was barely there for like the first line of the song. They went to the camera outside and she was gone. And he just
The Asian woman. It's like, hey, you don't want breakfast?
You don't want breakfast?
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yo, but I think Happy is my favorite.
Happy, yeah, for sure.
There's just, I don't know, all of his movies has quotables, but like...
Bobby Boucher, man. That's my fucking favorite.
Oh, Waterboy. Waterboy is really a good movie, man.
Dude, his character on that is pretty hilarious.
Why? Yo, Adam Sandler, man. Some of the shit, those 90s movies with Adam Sandler, and I think Mr. Deeds came out 01 or something like that.
Yeah, it was later.
But like, all those were really great movies, man.
Yeah. I mean, Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore are pretty high on my list.
Conditioner is better. No, shampoo is better.
So I'm gonna go around putting shit on people's doorsteps. Yeah, that shit is great for sure. Hey, I was just watching Dirty Work the other day.
He called the shit poop.
He called the shit poop. Dirty Work is a great
Dirty
movie,
Work
man.
is hilarious.
He's like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna punch him in the stomach. So like, Dude, every time he was just punching, that's Artie Lang, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Artie Lang is hilarious, but the guy that doesn't get enough credit is Norm Macdonald.
Oh, yeah, dude. Norm is hilarious.
Norm Macdonald is great, man.
And then I realized that Adam Sandler did a cameo in that movie. He was the devil.
And,
do you remember? Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I forgot specifically like what the setup of the scene was, but it was like some illusion that Norm was having, and it was fucking him as the devil. It was like, they were eating something and like, they were doing like testing brownies.
Okay.
And then the brownies like made him itch and like hallucinate. So that was one of his
I do remember that.
And Artie's like, oh, my face is just like
Dirty
didn't
Work.
face him at all.
Dirty Work you seen Dirty Work?
Yeah, of course.
Dirty Work's a great movie. That's the Saigon whore that bit my nose off. That's Chris Farley. That's the greatest shit, man. Rest in peace, Chris Farley.
He was
man.
taking her to get married at the end. She bit it off.
He still got married. She bit my nose off again. Comedy genius.
It was
man.
between that and Black Sheep. I was like, man, I don't know which one to watch.
Oh, when it comes to Black Sheep and Tommy Boy, I think I'm a Tommy Boy guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're the same movie, essentially.
They really are.
But they're not.
Almost even Beverly Hills Ninja is almost on
Oh,
that
that's
same.
Yo,
so
Beverly,
good.
who keeps taking my shoes?
That movie's so good.
I love that shit.
I love that movie, man.
That is a great movie. It's like, who keeps taking my shoes, dude? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Since we've spoken about nothing this podcast.
We have spoken about pretty much nothing. So does anybody have any closing statements to make?
Next week we'll have more content for you.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you had fun. Cause
Yeah, I hope you took a trip down some memory lane and listened to some of these, some of the movies and the lines and try and laugh. It's always fun to kind of like go back because like some of that's like my favorite era. Like
we'll probably keep talking about this shit after we end.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's more than likely. But like no, all those movies like the only reason I hold them in such high regard is because they made me like they gave me the personality I have and like they make they shaped my humor and all that shit. So
you know what's great right now? It kind of sucks for them as well. These fucking new kids, like everything that made our childhood what it was and like developed us to who we are pretty much. They're making remakes of all those movies now, so they don't even get like the original feeling,
Dude, speaking of
So
that,
true.
Everything like Avatar for them.
did we speak about the remake of the? I think we did talk about the guy who's gonna remake the Ninja Turtles, but the girls were getting angry about it. I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
But either way, like that's another thing. But like remakes are gonna happen because there's literally nothing new under the sun. There's no idea original. Like that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, let's close this thing out real fast.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Hey, thanks for stopping by and watching us. This has been the 34th episode of Kiona and Kasson. I did keep the new shoes thing,
Trey
futures, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Try your phone.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't like that. 34.
No, yeah, on the dead low.
34.
On a dead low.
Yo, we haven't said that in a minute. On the dead low.
Yeah, so closing statement is obviously shout out to Glenn.
For sure.
We want to hear
Follow
from
us
you,
on
motherfucker.
social media, please.
Yeah, do that.
Comment, like, tell your peoples.
We also have not been commented on very frequently.
Yeah, we've been lacking.
So,
like, what's the name? Water on Mars. Where you at, bro? You stopped listening?
Bro, that's been like a while ago.
Yo, man, we would tell.
Man. Hey,
Yeah.
Might have offended him.
Dude evacuated.
I don't know why we would have, Anyway,
Yeah,
we'll see y'all next week, man.
For sure.